Hi, today I would like to share with you some information on managing stress and anxiety in children. This professional development was created by Crystal Cox and myself, Amber Owen, and is titled Mindful Living for Health and Wellness. To start your learning today, I would like to begin with a public service announcement that Crystal and I created to showcase our Connect project. The project was completed at Richlands Primary School, which was the site of our counselor internship. The goal of this project was to meet with a small group of girls to practice the techniques of relaxation and mindful breathing. We accomplished this by using yoga as a strategy to support these techniques. Here is the PSA. Relaxation techniques through the use of cognitive behavioral therapy. Aaron Beck, the doctor behind the innovation of cognitive behavioral therapy, was a psychiatrist at the University of Pennsylvania in the 1960s. Beck believed that cognitive behavior therapy would help patients to identify and solve problems, overcoming their difficulties by altering thinking, behaviors, or emotional responses. One principle of cognitive therapy, as stated by Beck, Freeman, and Davis, is that it is based on the premise that changes in thoughts will lead to changes in feeling and acting. While cognitive behavioral therapy is widely known, it is a very good fit for children and adolescents facing anxiety. Emerging research with relaxation techniques are ongoing. One relaxation technique under the cognitive behavioral therapy umbrella is that of yoga. The National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health states that yoga is a mind and body practice with historical origins in ancient Indian philosophy. There are 8 limbs of yoga. Each limb represents a stage. However, stages do not have to be practiced in any particular order. Yoga is still effective regardless of which stage you choose to practice. Some yogis refer to the practice as being that of one's mind, body, and spirit. The relaxation techniques of yoga can be used with a broad range of age groups. Anyone from ages 4 and higher can benefit from relaxation and mindful breathing. The earlier one implements and develops these techniques, the stronger their coping skills will be when faced with stress and anxiety at a point in the future. Why do these techniques work for children? These techniques work because students are engaged in relaxation, which can then be integrated with counseling activities. Academic performance is often seen to have improved within the school community. The use of these techniques also offers a non-threatening opportunity for students to share their perceptions of what they're thinking, how they're acting, and what they feel when they're faced with a stressful situation. Children and adolescents alike are eager to participate in these types of techniques because they see them as fun, safe, and playful. According to Shana Myers, founder of miniyogis.com, a child's yoga practice is a rare opportunity to experience play and focus without worrying about being wrong. How is this used with children and adolescents? Well, these techniques can be used in a variety of ways, small group settings or even individually. The first thing we would need to do is to set a purpose. Why do we need to relax and breathe deeply? What are we going to get from this? What is the purpose going to be? Then we would need to teach the process of how to relax and how to breathe correctly. This would take time and lots of practice. After that, we would offer more opportunities for practice. That might be in the form of role-playing, or it might even just be providing a quiet space for children or students to reflect and become more self-aware. What does research say about all of this? Well, the CDC states that children 6 to 8 years of age are going through a critical time when they develop confidence in all areas of life, such as through friends, schoolwork, and sports. Cognitive behavioral counseling helps people connect their thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. They identify their beliefs that maintain the distorted thinking that interferes with their lives. While these techniques are good as a prevention for everyone, as the CDC states, according to them, children between the ages of 6 and 8 are facing a critical time of development. And by using these relaxation techniques early in a treatment plan, these students are given ways to alleviate their distress, and they're then able to increase positive treatment expectations and to develop a better rapport with their counselor. Yoga is considered an evidence-based practice. The benefits of yoga, mindfulness, and relaxation techniques have been researched for many years and are starting to be integrated as a helpful tool in the counseling process. To utilize this technique, counselors need to know how and why our breath has such a big impact on us. They also need to understand the positive physical and mental changes that occur through the use of relaxation techniques. What does this have to do with mindfulness and yoga, you ask? Well, stressful situations can cause a child's protective brain to dominate. The fight or flight response will be activated. In order for children to respond in a healthy manner, the thoughtful brain needs to develop correctly and be able to identify the irrational thoughts, behaviors, and lack of attention that children may have. Let's look at a little bit of a demonstration of how these techniques can be used. The first technique I'd like to share with you is called connection, open to connect. To practice this technique, you're going to stand up, close your eyes. When you judge others, notice if your body closes up. Stand, breathe head to toe, inhale and arch your back slightly. Exhale, open your heart to connect. The next technique is one of imagination. It's called listening for laughter. Listen to a friend's laugh. Notice how it floats in the air. Savor the sound. Let its lightness uplift you. Laugh together. The next technique deals with movement. It's called going with the flow. Standing straight up, lift one leg in the air behind you. Bending forward, extend both arms in front of you. Hold your balance steady and go with the flow. Repeat on the opposite side. And the last technique demonstration refers to meditation. It's called choose to lose a minute. Don't rush. Choose to lose a minute. Breathe in 4 counts and out 4 counts. Imagine the sky, breeze, rain, or trees. Slow down. Be in this moment. A counselor in a school setting would want to make sure to give processing time after using these techniques. It's important to let the client have time to process their thoughts and feelings. You might have them reflect on how their bodies now feel, what they are thinking, and ways that they could use the techniques in other situations. When people have the time to process and reflect, they're able to internalize the learning and it becomes more meaningful. The next time they're faced with turmoil or a difficult situation, they're more likely to apply this new learning to the situation. A counselor in a school setting could also use these techniques in a variety of settings. For example, at our school, we established a small group of second-grade girls who were struggling with stress and anxiety. We utilized relaxation and mindful breathing as a technique of brief cognitive behavioral therapy. To accomplish this, we incorporated the practice of yoga. The girls met twice a week for 8 weeks. They learned ways to be aware of their mind, body, and spirit. They were given a safe and nurturing space to actively participate in mindful activities. We promoted healthy thinking, self-control, and an awareness of self through specific yoga poses that were key in helping them focus. Anxiety is a normal part of childhood, and every child goes through phases. A phase is temporary and usually harmless, but children who suffer from an anxiety disorder experience fear, nervousness, and shyness, and they start to avoid places and activities. With the use of cognitive behavioral therapy, techniques such as relaxation and mindful breathing, children can learn positive and healthy ways to cope with stressful situations. Learning, processing, and modeling with intentional techniques like yoga will help children develop a healthier lifestyle physically and mentally. Thank you for spending time learning more about relaxation techniques and mindful breathing through yoga. Here's a post-assessment to see how much you learned today. What are the age groups of those who would benefit from relaxation and mindful breathing techniques? Ages 4 and up. In what setting could these techniques be utilized? Small group or individual? What is one component that a counselor needs to know in order to effectively use this technique? How and why deep breathing works? Cognitive behavioral therapy counseling help people connect their blank, blank, and blank. Thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Have a nice day.